Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy chocolate souffle. There are only 4 ingredients in this recipe. It's low carb, keto friendly, chocolatey indulgent deliciousness. And as always, I've written a full blog post which I will leave down below so you can click through to pin on Pinterest, bookmark, save for when you want to make this easy chocolate souffle. And make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more yummy videos too, and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this chocolate indulgence. I look forward to reading your comments. So let's show you how to make it. Okay, you will need 100 grams of chocolate. I've got classic dark chocolate there. I've gone for 74%. Go for 85 or 90% if you want it to be really low carb and keto friendly, but I'm quite happy with 74%. We've got 4 lovely eggs. I've got some cream. I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of that, and I've got stevia. That is my sweetener, sugar of choice, but use whichever you like. So we're going to get on. Step number 1 is to melt our chocolate. We're going to do it over a double boiler just to be safe. So I'm going to bring up some water to a simmer, and then we're going to slowly melt our chocolate with the cream. I've broken up all the chocolate into little pieces. I've added my 2 tablespoons of cream. I just find it really makes it creamy and helps everything all come together nicely. So we've got that together, and we're just going to melt it over simmering water. So I've got the chocolate in a bowl over simmering water. It's going to just kind of very slowly melt. It just takes time, but I'm going to keep an eye on it and very slowly melt it away, and once it's melted we'll put it aside to cool. And that's pretty perfect melted chocolate. If you find it's a bit too thick, then just add a bit of cream or milk just to thin it a bit. But I'm going to carefully move it aside. And I'm actually going to see to my ramekins now. So I've got my format ramekins here, and I'm going to use parchment paper with a bit of butter to really well grease inside every single corner of it so that our souffles don't stick at the end. So that's a very important part, and I like to do it while my chocolate is cooling down, so I know then those will be nice and ready. So what I do is I pop a generous little knob of butter into each ramekin, and then just use the parchment paper to kind of smooth it into every little corner. It takes a little time, but while I'm doing this, then the chocolate cools down. So I'm going to get on and beautifully butter all of my ramekins. And also the oven is preheated to 200 degrees Celsius, which is 400 Fahrenheit. We are going to bring that temperature down once we put the souffles in, but it's important to get it nice and hot. The ramekins are now very well greased, so it's back to the chocolate. We're going to whisk the egg yolks in one at a time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the egg whites into this bowl over here, and then the yolks will go in there. So I've swapped the spoon for a whisk, and now we're going to separate the eggs. We'll get the yolks into the chocolate, and I've got the whites all going in here. Separate however you're used to separating them. So we've got the first yolk in, and now we'll just whisk that one in, and then we'll repeat it and whisk in our yolks one at a time. Now we have a really thickened chocolate beautifulness over here, and I'm going to set this aside now because we need to whisk up our egg whites, which I'm going to use an electric beater for, and just whisk them until they're big and beautiful and thick. So we'll start whisking. And once it starts getting foamy, start adding your stevia or your sugar, about a tablespoon or so at a time. Beautiful. Now you whisk it until all that sugar's in and dissolved, and you've got beautiful white fluffy clouds of almost meringue beautifulness. And now we're just going to fold that into our chocolate. What's best is to add just about a big tablespoon or so first, just to help incorporate them a little bit and just to get the chocolate a little bit looser, and then we will add the rest in. Okay, so that's nice and smooth. We'll add all the rest of our egg whites in and fold it in until we have a beautiful souffle mixture. And you want to gently fold in so you don't whip out all the air that you've just beaten up. So I like to kind of do a bit of a figure 8, round and back up again, just very gently mix it all together. It's very therapeutic, I find it. My batch is smooth and perfect and beautiful. This would actually make a beautiful chocolate mousse as well. You can actually just pop it into the fridge and you have chocolate mousse, but today is all about souffles. So we'll move that aside. We'll get our ramekins we prepared earlier in, and we'll just pour in the batter into the 4 ramekins. The batter is all in our ramekins, and the oven, we've turned it down to 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit, and it's going to go in for about 8 to 10 minutes. Just keep a watch of it and keep it in the oven until it's nice and risen and perfect, and then I will show you when our chocolate souffles are done. The souffles are out the oven. Obviously the longer you cook them, the kind of harder they'll get, but I like mine still almost like chocolate lava cakes in the middle. So let me crack into one and show you what it looks like. There you go, we've got one over here, and you put the spoon into it. It's so gooey and chocolatey and beautiful inside. That is just what we want. It's nice and warming and just such a perfect dessert to enjoy when the weather is cooler and you just want something nice and warming. But that is the video for today for these beautiful chocolate soufflés. I can't wait to go and have this lovely afternoon treat. It's quite a cool afternoon here in Ireland, and yeah, it's just the perfect dessert. And as always, the blog post will be down below, so you'll be able to pin, bookmark, save for whenever you want to make this indulgent chocolate dessert. And make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and comment to let me know if you give this recipe a try. I look forward to reading your comments. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.